Hello and welcome to another Star Citizen podcast. We are in the midst of February 2023. I'm here with the lovely Zinnia. Say hello, Zin.
Hello, Zin.
And I'm BoredGamer. I'm sure you're aware because you clicked on the video on the channel and it says it under the video. We're going to be talking about some things today. We're going to be talking about some Star Citizen Alpha 3.18 stuff because some ships were removed from the shop and that's not super cool, CIG. There's also loads of bugs, and yeah, well, it's an alpha, but in the persistent universe, we need no bugs. That's what I want, no bugs, and the PTU very much buggy. So when we're going to get 3.18, well, we don't know, but we'll have a damn good guess. There's also some pretty armors for core and more, and big roadmap update coming really soon. So let's start with Alpha 3.18 things. Zin!
Yeah.
Ships have been removed from the ship shop in the PTU.
Oh no. Why?
Well, so...
This is an outrage.
This is an outrage! It genuinely is, though, because, well, it's annoyed me. There are reasons for it. Now, Cloud Imperium basically went, boom, 3.18, we're going to add loads more ships to the ship shop. So they added and said the plan is to have everything up to the vehicles released at the IAE 2952 available to purchase in-game for 3.18. Yeah?
Yeah.
That means you're getting everything from the Corsair to the Cutter to the Medical Pisces to the Scorpius, Halle, the Mule, Centurion, all that sort of jazz, yeah? The STV. However, Cloud Imperium have gone, no. We are removing some of these ships again because they're not supposed to be released in 3.18 yet. And they've basically said the Cutter, the Corsair, the C8R, they're not going to be available in the initial 3.18 build, but will be released ahead of the Invictus launch week. And I must re-specify that this is specifically in-game shops. These ships are available for players that have bought them with real money to be able to be used, but they typically want to keep to a 90-day exclusivity window when a ship's made flyable or a vehicle's made drivable before it's in the in-game shops. So what do you think of the, yes, it's going to have all of these ships, and then them going, oh, well, we're rolling that back. Even though they had previously said all vehicles and ships up to the IAE 2950 were going to be included.
Well, I mean, it depends how literally you want to take them, isn't it? Because they are coming in 3.18. They're just coming in a later patch.
That is true. It looks like it is going to be part of the 3.18 cycle still. I think it's just yes, they're going to be there. We're adding them. And then the removal of it.
Yeah.
That just doesn't feel great because they're going, oh, well, they're technically, we'll have to wait a couple more months before they're in. So we're going to roll that back. It leaves a bad taste in your mouth.
Yeah.
Especially with the Corsair is genuinely a ship that I want to be able to buy in game. I mean, I have one, so but it's something that you sort of work towards as a small group to get, and was very viable to get in the alpha together.
The Cutter, Corsair, and CR8 were released later, weren't they? They were released sort of.
They were part of the IAE.
Yeah.
I'm annoyed about it. I'm lightly annoyed about it because I don't like when CIG take things away, which seemingly arbitrarily after saying you are going to get it. You're going to get it. They can put it in. They can't. They could just say, on this occasion, we actually jumped the gun, but we're leaving them in.
Yeah.
We jumped the gun and we're taking them back out. It's just making me sad. But
I was going to say, but what about the people who bought them already? Well, it doesn't matter because it's PTU and everything will get wiped when it goes live, so...
Yes. So if you bought them already in game, obviously, that's going to get wiped because it's not part of the live thing anyway. If you've got one bought with real money, you get that. And it is sort of like a very low, whiny level of entitlement from me going, oh, well, they shouldn't, because we don't have to wait too long to get those additional ships in game. It's awesome that they've put things like the Scorpius and the Centurion and the STV and the Halle and the Mule all in game now as well. And it's nice that they're actually getting everything flyable. It's just, I had video titles that were like, all ships in game now other than this one, like the Saber Raven or whatever. And now those titles are incorrect. But I suppose 90% of my titles are incorrect when it's based on dates or things as well. So who knows? Lots of bugs. There's lots of bugs in 3.18.
So many bugs.
So many bugs. Well, Have you experienced any semi-recently? What 3.18 bugs can you remember that have annoyed you?
Mostly the inability to finish missions.
So mission accessibility stuff.
Yeah.
So what about sort of leaving landing zones with like elevators or transports?
I haven't had any problems apart from like the slightly jittery movement of the transport. Yes. I've not had any problems. No, wait, I've had problems with elevators not being called, or rather, I don't know if it's that, or they've been called. So you press the button, it says calling elevator, and then it tells you that the elevator is at your location, but the doors don't open and you can't go into the elevator.
Yeah, so those sort of accessibility issues, be it with missions, not being able to complete them, they're not spawning properly, be it public transport or elevators. So there are problems with elevators at the moment as well, where they sort of don't turn up, or they turn up but they don't open. You can fall through elevators.
I haven't had that, luckily.
Yeah.
That would annoy me.
Neither have... Oh, no, I have. There's another have I. I've only had it like once, though, earlier in the PTU. Public transport not turning up, the shuttles being broken, so you literally can't traverse between zones.
Oh, I did have that one earlier in the PTU where my shuttle... I was at Horizon, and my shuttle basically drove into the back of another shuttle.
Yes.
And kind of got... I don't know if it got stuck or it got like mixed in with the shuttle in front's travel path. And my shuttle basically never arrived at a platform. It was always the shuttle in front.
Oh, weird.
And then when that one moved on, mine moved on with it, and I was just forever stuck in this rear shuttle.
So yeah, they've got some tech and stuff so that shuttles slow down for each other and things like that.
Yeah, so I think they introduced that afterwards, and I have seen that work. Like, you'll come up to this to your platform, and there's still a shuttle there, and you'll just sort of wait, kind of like on a roller coaster.
Yeah.
If you imagine that.
I can imagine that. But there's also problems with ASOP ship spawning and things like that. And these accessibility issues to basic gameplay mechanics and playing and moving around the verse, that is awful. You need that stuff sorted, which is one of the reasons we don't have the open PTU yet. Now, I haven't experienced very many of these issues recently at all, but they are known issues and people are complaining about them. Just because they're not necessarily affecting me or affecting me very much doesn't mean that they're not affecting lots of other people and are important to be fixed. So no open PTU in my opinion till some of those egregious accessibility problems are solved. Stability-wise, everything's looking much better. Something I did see another YouTuber and some people on Spectrum, I think it was Detox, talking about invisible players.
Not heard about this or seen it.
Well, exactly. You wouldn't have seen it. And even when I've been doing the Xenothreat tests, I have not noticed it recently. So I am aware that there are invisible bugs and visible player and problems where when you leave the physics grid of a ship, but basically the object container streamer, object container, when you leave that, there can be issues where it doesn't draw you or certain players properly, doesn't stream them back in.
Okay, yeah.
So they can be invisible back on that. But that was a problem from quite a while ago that I thought was solved. And I know it occasionally happens still, and I always assumed that it just gets fixed and then moves on. So and unless people, I suppose, talk about it or are noticing it, it was hard to know that's going on because the players are invisible. You'd only notice if they were in your party, typically.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, where have you gone? Where have you gone, Sin? I'm right in front of you, which we have said a couple of times in the past.
That's usually due to desync, though.
Well, but that is the same thing. If you're in front of me and you can shoot me, technically, you're an invisible player to me.
Yeah, I suppose.
Whether it be desync, whether it be a SOX issue, whether it be that object container streamers, whatever. But as far as I was aware, it wasn't a big problem. But in a video I watched and on the forums, people seem to be talking about it as if it is. I don't know. I do not have enough information. I just thought I'd draw people's attention to that, and maybe it will be a big thing. And I'll be like, well, I didn't BoredGamer say anything about it. Well, he did, but they're invisible. It's hard to see. Right, Zin.
Yes.
3.18, when?
Oh.
When are we getting it? Is it going to be released live in February, or is this becoming the end of Q1 patch?
I think, yeah, end of Q1, mate.
Oh, Oracle, why do you forsake us?
Maybe we'll get 3.18 for my birthday.
Okay, yeah, so towards the end of March. And maybe we'll get 3.18 for my birthday.
Oh, the day after.
Literally the day after. So I'm hoping that we get it in February 3.18 live, but with some of the problems they've got and Cloud Imperium, the fact they do want to make sure that it's very ironed out, or at least as playable as the previous patch in terms of stability and accessibility, it might take them some time. I was hoping it was going to be done by the end of December, obviously, so I'm just here crying alone, sad, without 3.18 live. Talking about being alone, Quarter More starts on Thursday. That's Valentine's Day. Valentine's in.
Yes.
Sort of a few days before it's supposed to happen. So we're getting some Valentine's Day activities to do. I expect some screenshot competitions, things like that. Cloud Imperium love to do that sort of stuff. I expect some ships on sale, just a small amount, and some skins. But Subflare, if you are an RSI subscriber, they have a variety of pink, red, and purple armor components, parts for your tunes. And
very pretty.
Very pretty if you're into that sort of thing. I remember someone the other day was saying, why aren't there more girly things in the store? I want some more pinks, reds, and purples. And they said, watch this space. Obviously, it's because Quarter More was coming right up, and the perfect time to release some more armors and skins and things. You got your StarKitten armor though.
Yeah.
Are you ever tempted to move off that?
Well, yes, when persistence becomes more solid, because if I die, I lose it.
You don't want to lose it.
I don't want to lose it.
Unless you can recover it by insuring it or something easily. Yeah, fair.
So this stuff is unlikely to be purchasable in in-game shops, but you will find it in crates after 3 months?
Yes, so in a similar way to the way they release ships to the in-game shop, after a 3-month exclusivity window of new sub-items, they are then added to the loot pool, which I think's awesome. Like, I'm glad that they don't have super elitism with that sort of thing.
I do wish they had more armor like this available to purchase in shops. Well,
so what I want is just the ability to paint and customize my own armor. As soon as we have that, we can go, we've got all these different suits, I want to be able to paint it iridescent purple or whatever.
I mean, that would be great, but even just being able to purchase a different colour than white, brown, blue.
There are a lot of different suits of armor, and some shops have a good range of colour. But I know what you mean. That there does not feel enough customization when it comes to arm sets.
I am a little bit annoyed that they've changed the colour of my StarKitten armour.
Was the colour actually changed?
Yeah, so when they initially released it, it was it was like a black with pink or like magenta-y accents.
Yeah.
It's now more of a silvery colour.
What?
Yeah.
CIG, you're getting rid of my ships from in-game, and now you're getting rid of the pinkness / colours of the armour.
The blackness, rather. Because that's why I wanted the one that we got, because it was black.
Okay. And
I'm sure there was something... That's it. I think they've got rid of my baboon bottom on the stone skin undersuit.
You love the fact that showed through. Oh, that's so funny.
So I think they've got rid of that, which also annoys me.
Okay, well, I can imagine that annoying you. I'm annoyed that everyone doesn't look like me now, because originally the pilot looked quite like me that everyone had. And now, Zin!
Yes.
Big roadmap update later today at time of recording. So this is the first roadmap update of 2023.
Are you sure it's big?
Well, hoping that it's big.
What if it's underwhelming?
It may be underwhelming. It's certainly going to be the biggest of this year so far, seeing it's the first. But it is going to contain some of the details for 3.19. Hopefully some expanded details for 3.18, so if we've got a longer patch cycle for it. And may give us some more context for, is 4.0 by the end of the year possible? I think maybe is Eva Carty patch, but I mean, now I'm going to be a bit more, cautious with my date, even more cautious than before. Actually, I'm very hype and optimistic. Zin is the cautious one. But yeah, really looking forward to that, because that is pretty important. That shows what Cloud Imperium have been discussing and scheduling for this year. Hopefully we'll get some updates on the progress tracker as well. So that will give us some indications of what's going on with Squadron 42, and just generally what's going on throughout out the rest of this year? Are we getting things like Bounty Hunting version 2 and salvage ship munching and the resource management system, things like that? Are they all planned for this year still? What ships have they got planned? We know that the Hull C is coming out really soon, but are we going to see like the Bounty Merchantman by the end of the year, or the SRV coming with 3.19 as well? So let's hope. Do you have any predictions? Any predictions for what you think is coming with 3.19 at all, Zin?
Oh God, no. I haven't got a clue.
No,
3.18's been going on for so long, I forgot 3.19 was a thing.
Oh. Well, so that's the other way around for me. I forgot 3.18 was the thing. I've been waiting on 3.19 for so long. But yeah, so lots of cool stuff coming up this week. So get involved with that. We'll be having a summary of the roadmap once we know more. And that'll be the same with the Quartermore sales and event, whatever's happening with that. And we'll continue to cover 3.18 and with all those PTUs and patch notes and all that jazz. Hopefully on its now home straight of being released in February, although Zin thinks, what a pessimist it's going to be in March. She's normally correct. So yeah, thanks very much for watching. Say goodbye, Zin.
Goodbye, Zin.
Thanks for watching, guys. You take care. Have a great one, and tell us in the comments below if there's any particular topics you want us to cover and your experiences with Alpha 3.18 and what you think we're going to see with the roadmap update. Bye! Using my vast powers of deduction, I have deduced that you may have eyes, and to make use of those, you might want a Tobii eye tracker. They're 15% off until February 9th. They're natively supported in Star Citizen for eye and head tracking. Ooh, I can look around everywhere. Check out my links below for that, or go to tobii.gg/BoredGamer to get that fantastic deal. Ooh.
That's the last Chevron locked in, Mr. Daniel Jackson, who is legally distinct from any doctors of the same name. We've done it. We've connected to another world. Daniel Jackson, we're being hacked through the gates to the stars, which is also legally distinct from any other gates that travel to the stars. We should have got NordVPN, Daniel Jackson. We would have been able to browse the internet safely, accessed our favourite content on Netflix, and we would have been able to have privacy. We would have had less of these Egyptian-looking snake people attacking us too.
You should check out nordvpn.com/BoredGamer and get yourself a great deal on NordVPN. Just click the link in the comments section below. Every month we have a ship giveaway. For February, it's for a Crusader Spirit C1, the very cool looking multi-crew, multi-role competitor to the Cutlass Black and Freelancer. As it's a concept ship, you'll get a Cutlass Black until it's made flyable. You'll get lifetime insurance with the ship and a game package for Star Citizen 2. So all you need to play. Just comment on any of my videos made during the month to be in for a chance of winning that. If you would like to further support the channel, then consider becoming a Patreon or using that join button under my YouTube videos to become a channel member. It goes a massive way to helping us make videos every day, and you'll get some exclusive content from me and Zinnia from time to time too. Become a BoredGamer today!